Hello, this is Azbolg the Gaming Orc, wanting to help you out if you're having problems with the Hearthstone Deck Tracker. Basically, I found that I was having problems following these instructions based off the wiki, and at the bottom you actually see a disclaimer. And this is for open broadcast software. So we're going to use open broadcast software, this program here, and we're going to make 3 windows and to actually add to your Hearthstone. So what you're going to do is you have Hearthstone Deck Tracker. So I'm not going to have the game open, but I'm going to show you where it's at. I had problems doing this thing with the streaming and adding the capturable overlay. For some reason it just wasn't working. If someone knows the solution, post it in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate it, and I can even make a new video if we need to and delete this one. So what I did instead is I did kind of a workaround. I used Windows to develop basically capturable windows. So if you add a player window, I say I have player, opponent, and timer checked. I don't know what the topmost windows mean. I guess it doesn't really matter. But what it does is it adds basically these player windows here. And you can see if I actually go to timer and I click that timer off, or I'm sorry, player, I click that player off, that window disappears or reappears. This is just loading the software, the deck tracker actually just loads your player window automatically. But I'm actually going to just move this window to another monitor. And what I'm going to do is I would pretend like, okay, I'm going to have my game open, so I'm just removing monitor capture there. And I can, if you want to, I can turn that back on. But what I would do is turn game capture on. The game is not running. But then I have the edit scene, so if I move these particular things, they'll show up like in the order through editing my scene. So I go to edit scene, and if I want to move that player window to the exact spot where it normally would be, I would do that. So I go to edit screen, I'll blow this up to make it easier, and I can move this around if I need to. And I put the timer down here because the timer looks funny because you still have the way the window, you can't get rid of this window overlay. So for instance, how to set it up, if I want to set up the player deck tracker, so I go to add, and I go to window capture, because I'm capturing that window I created. And I'm just going to call this demo, but you can call it so demo for the player deck. So I want to capture that player deck window. So I'm going to go to, see, it actually has player, timer, and opponent selected as the windows. I don't know if you want to have this toggled or not, this capture mouse cursor. You can if you want. And I selected inner window. It should have gotten rid of this bar, but it didn't. And you're going to see that has like a magenta type look to it. And I'm going to show you that in a second. So if I actually, you see that actually pulled up there, but now it's in the upper left hand corner. So I want to go to edit scene, and edit scene selected, and actually have that deck thing selected. So that's good that it's on top. And I want to move it above my game capture because this works as sort of a layering. But you see it has this sort of like nasty little border around it. Well, my player window, I'll just drag it over. See, it's actually right here. If I turn on monitor capture, little bug there, but you can see like basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I'm going to go into the demo, the window I just created, and there's an option here. If I actually remove this, let me go back. I'm going to move open broadcast software over, and I have these windows selected. I'm just going to unselect these windows, and I am going to now turn on the monitor capture again to show you what I'm doing. So you can see that that is the edited window in open broadcast software. I have it selected. So if I move that screen over, it'll bug out because it'll be recording on the same window. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this. But I need to get rid of this magenta. So in open broadcast software, I go to the monitor capture. The window I created, and I'm just going to go pull it over here. And I need to turn on the color key. And what I'm doing is I'm hitting select, And I'm actually just selecting that magenta color. Boom. And what that does is it gets rid of, you see how it got rid of it? If I deselect it, you'll see add, and then if I select it again, it goes away. So it just makes it a little cleaner, but you see the window outlay. This is not a perfect solution because the way this was programmed was probably not intended for streaming. It was more intended for player usage. And I'm just going to hit OK. And now if I go to edit scene with inside OBS, I can actually move that around and put it wherever I want. I can put it in a traditional position to help out where normal people would do it. And this will hopefully help you guys out streaming. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have another workaround to actually put this in the real way, which would be just a window capture in itself. For whatever reason, it won't capture this particular application. And I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next chat.